The last episode of Proxy Nexus to Grandmaster was perhaps the best episode yet. We executed the best cheese ever against Terran. I loved it so much. We refined our cheese against Protoss, and now Proxy Nexus to GM is going to get serious. We reached Master to MMR. At this point, we are only about 400, 500 MMR away from GM. Let's begin. Alright, first game of the day is against a 4-5 Zerg player on altitude. Let's see. What could I do on this map? You know, I really love my recall strategy. I think I want to go for something like that again. I think that's already 2 episodes ago, right? I don't think we played a Zerg in the last episode. But I really want to go for the strategy where I just hide the Nexus and recall a bunch of glaive adepts in their base. Now, the higher MMR, the scarier this is because Zergs are going to be scouting around their bases with like Zerglings and stuff. And then, yeah, if they find the Nexus... We actually did notice that once in a game. I'm not sure if I won or lost that game, actually. But there was one game where we played against a 12 pool. I tried to counter it with the Proxy Nexus, but Zerglings have enough DPS to just burst it down. So you absolutely cannot have it scouted. So we're just going to have to see, you know, what strategy fits here. Wait, what's this guy's name? 4K Slayer. Oh no, this guy is about to come for my MMR here. That actually sounds like an absolute demon. Man bun 4K Slayer. Now I'm gonna get a gas. There's a drone here. Okay. Seems like he wants to go for a hatchery. Oh, actually, I thought my probe would be in time to block it. I guess maybe the map is a little bit too big. Now we are gonna go up against a hatch first. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, there's actually one thing you can do with the probe. I keep forgetting to chrono boost my Nexus because I'm so used to cheesing that I just keep thinking you don't have to do it. This is what the pros always do. They just stop them from mining minerals, basically. So they'll go like this. And then just as the drone is coming back... And you can just press stop and reset it over and over. And now it's just not mining from a mineral patch. Now for me... that's a little bit too tryhard right now. This is still a warm-up game. Maybe I'll start doing that later on. But for now, I'm going to stick to just trying to macro at home. I'm not as automatic with Protoss as I am with Terran, of course. But that's actually a pretty sick trick. Yeah, you can straight up just prevent someone from mining from one of their mineral patches, which is crazy to think about. I'm going to go for a core. How exactly did I do? The last time I executed this build, I actually loved it perfectly because the glaives finished just in time for the recall on the Nexus. So I'm not quite sure how I did that build, but I can only strive to have a similar level of perfection in this game. I'm just going to send this probe home. At least I'm going to pretend to send it home. And then I'll go on... Oh, I do need a second gas. That's a little bit of a mistake by me. Actually, I thought I made it already. I'm going to send it around to the watchtower as Overlord didn't see me. And then ideally... I proxied the Nexus pretty far. Like, maybe even here, actually. I was thinking about building it on the base. But maybe it's even better to build it there. Now, I'm going to start chrono boosting these adepts mostly. Because I want to put some pressure on. Like, I don't want the game for my opponent to be too easy. And I feel like if I wouldn't put any pressure, the game does become pretty easy for him. And that's something I do not want. Now, I think Glaives takes about 100 seconds. I do also have chrono boost. Which means that for the perfect timing... I would have to start my Nexus slightly after Twilight Council, which is now, but I don't... Do I want another gateway? I think I have to start the Nexus before the gateway. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I do really want this build to work out, so I guess we're just gonna bite the bullet there. Let's see. Where's the third base? He has not taken a third base yet, or well, he could have taken this one, of course. Let's see if we can find it. Is there a base here? And there is a base there. Okay, so he's playing this pretty standard, which is nice to see. I really wish he was... Wait, this could actually be a negative for me. Wow, this is the first time. You guys are gonna hear a world first complaint from me, okay? I don't think I've ever complained about this before, but I always really hated Overlord pillars. Like the pillar that's just there and they see your entire natural by AFKing an Overlord above it. I really hate that, but now I kind of wish he had one. Mostly for the reason that I want him to think I'm not moving out, you know? That is the thing here. But now he's not even gonna see... Guys, this mind game might not work again because my opponent is using a very weird scouting pattern. He's gonna just... And he finds my next... Oh no, this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. It's a disaster. These high-level Zergs are gonna be scouting this strategy over and over. And I'm just gonna be hoping that I can actually make that work. Now, I do have 3 adepts. I'm gonna send them to cover... for the Nexus, but I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be enough, to be fair. If he sends a bunch of speedlings here, what am I really gonna do to deal with it, you know? Now I'm gonna get one more wave of warpins. I feel like at this point, I might as well make a probe from this Nexus and kind of figure it out that way. Now, what is my follow-up going to be? I do think I need to go for a follow-up here, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to go into my main base. I mean, at this point, he's probably suspicious enough that it doesn't really matter what I do with any of this at all. But I'm still going to try to pretend my adepts are in my main base and not there. Okay, let's see. I need to recall with this Nexus, of course. I'm going to recall them at the bottom. And that should be the best way to recall for me. Yeah, there you go. You can actually kind of choose where your recall goes. Now, I think the best way for me to follow this up is probably by going into disruptors, I would say. Okay, he's going to try to attack this, but this would be very efficient trades for me. Here we go. I'm going to make some more adepts. I do think I probably want to make a third Nexus behind this then. I mean, these units are just going to be trading insane over and over, especially with the Propult position. Look at the trades here, guys. Oh my god. He's getting absolutely slaughtered in this choke. Now, he does get through a little bit too much. But in the end, we might still win this fight. And maybe this is even good for me, because I'm getting such good trades. I'm going to force him to make more and more units. When is the recall coming back online? Oh, that is actually not going to be in time, unfortunately. I could try to save my base. Now, I want to take a third Nexus, but my base was walled in, so I wasn't able to. I felt kind of bad about floating all those minerals, but I really wanted to have money to get another Nexus. So he does find the Proxy Nexus, and I'm afraid, and I say I'm afraid because I love this strategy so much that we're going to have to adapt our strategy against Zerg, or maybe we can find a different way to execute it. Now, it's not all over yet. I've explained this before. And it's 100% true. I do play Protoss like a baboon, so I think it's time for me to just open freestyle. Let's see, I could go for a Disruptor drop, actually. I kind of want to go for Colossus as well, but Disruptor drop might be even cooler here. I have a lot of gas, so I think I'll just be getting some sentries. And maybe it's a good idea to send 2 adepts to each side. Like, obviously, I also don't want to die to a bunch of, Zerglings running into my base. So I need to be very careful with how many units I send out. Okay, so these 2 are he made way too many Zerglings, by the way. So that's pretty promising for us. Though he could always be making, like, Banelings or maybe... Yeah, Banelings is probably the scariest thing. I guess there's also Ravagers. In case he was playing with a Roach Warren, I want to say. So here we go. He does find these adepts, unfortunately. Does mean he doesn't have a lot of drones, though, so that's nice. I've been getting his supply blocked a lot, but it's more because I'm actually confused with what's going on than the lack of macro here. What should I go for? I want to say... I actually do like the idea of doing a really fat Colossus all-in. Like, maybe 2 Robos, you know? Yeah, I'm actually just gonna do it. Frick it, guys. I'm in a YOLO mood right now. I'm gonna go for 2 Robos. I'm not even gonna make a Forge, because it's just not my vibe, really. I'm not even gonna make a Forge. I'll just go for a Colossus drop or a Disruptor drop. And then try to finish it off with a massive Colossus Sentry all-in. I do have to say, my Force Field Micro is probably not the best. But I guess we'll see about it when I do have to drop them. And I need to add a bunch of gates prematurely here. War Prism is going across the map. I definitely need to hope that we're not playing against... what's it called? Playing against Mutalisks, though. Because then I think I'm absolutely screwed. Let's see, how many gateways do I really have? Is there an adept here? There is an adept there. He also has the base over here, which could be a little bit scary. Let's see, what does he have? I guess we'll just kill the queen. That's probably good enough for now. Oh, we actually didn't get it. Wait, he has so many freaking Zerglings. Guys, this could actually be Mutalist. I really hope that's not the case, guys. I would be terrified of going up against Mutalist. That's one of the most difficult things to do, I think, as a Protoss, especially if you don't have Phoenixes. Now just get a few more Stalkers. Let's get the base saturated. I actually wasn't expecting that I would take all these gases, but in the end, I actually did need a little bit more gas. And maybe losing the Disruptor drop wouldn't be the biggest deal because he doesn't have... what's that? Could I actually do this? I wonder. Oh, this could be pretty big. Decent, right? I killed some stuff. And I did forget what I was talking about at the same time. I was gonna say, maybe it's not the biggest deal if I lose the Disruptor drop because he doesn't have roaches, and they're not the best units ever against mass Zergling, I want to say. So I think even if I lose it, I don't think it would be that bad. It's better to keep my opponent a bit occupied, make sure he miss macros and stuff. Well, yeah, he's probably not gonna get supply block if I keep killing his lings, of course. Let's see. Can we get 2 drones? We did get 2 drones. Pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can... Oh, he has +2 attack? What the hell? Is that normal, guys? 9 minutes 30 +2 attack? What the hell? Now I'm actually terrified. That's really crazy, you know? He would absolutely annihilate this. And he has so much gas. I think he's gonna make like 20 mutas at once. I think we have to go for this. Wait, maybe this is the perfect location. Let's see, can we get some kills? Oh no, that queen spawned in the prism. Oh no, guys, please stop. Okay, oh my goodness. That's very low HP. Yeah, so I'm pretty convinced he is about to make 5 million Mutalisks, so I'm just gonna go for it 100%. He hasn't made a single gas unit, guys. I don't know what he's building. Maybe it's even Ultralisk at this point with those melee upgrades, but he's building something, and yeah, we might end up in like a crazy base rate, but we just have to go for it. He could also morph 1 million Banelings all at once. Now let's see. Oh yeah, he is making 1 million Banelings at once. Let's see if we can get a nice hit. Not quite the best hit ever, but that's okay. Now I do have a lot of force field, which is gonna be pretty nice. Okay, let's see. It's gonna be... Wait, where's the warp prism? Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't see it for a second. The force field pretty good, actually. Not the best force field ever, but let me pop down the sentries or pop up the sentries in the warp prism. And that's gonna be it. All right, I am pretty surprised that we managed to win like this, to be fair. Okay, he had 86 drones. His +3 was almost done. Oh my god, this guy was actually a freaking macro beast, no kidding. But I think what happened here mostly is that against the Proxy Nexus, in the end, I only committed like 7 adepts to the attack. And he made, I want to say he made at least 70 Zerglings or something to deal with it. Like, he made so many. And even if after I killed all the Zerglings, he made more. So I think he was just a little bit... too over-defensive, which makes sense, because what the hell do you expect when there's a Nexus next to your base? You know, this guy must be 100% all-in, but I think he kind of compensated for that in the wrong way by making so many units, and then he was really greedy, didn't realize I was sudden. Look at his absolutely killer economy, 86 drones, but that's it for game number 1. We'll have to refine our strategy against Zerg, but for now, it's a win. Let's keep it going. Alright, game number 2 is against a barcode Protoss player on Ancient Cistern. Now, I actually had quite the break between game 1 and this, because I was being held hostage by someone insta-leaving games. I quite literally, I'm not exaggerating, I spent 30 minutes waiting for him to stop insta-leaving, but he was still doing it, so I could just never play. But now I think he's finally done inting his MMR off, so here we go. Now, am I gonna do a similar strategy? I think what I want to do here, guys, is I want to check. Remember what I was doing in PvP, right? I want to check if he's playing 1 gate expand. And if he is playing 1 gate expand, then we could go for the right away Proxy Nexus in the main, try to recall 6 adepts in his base, because that strategy, I still want to try it out. I want to know if that strategy is legit a potential 1 gate expand counter. That's what I want to know. Now, first of all, I do think against 2 gates, that kind of stuff can't really work. Unless I can be super sneaky with it. You know, if I can put the Nexus in the corner of his base and him having no idea, maybe standing out here with Stalkers, and then suddenly there's 1 million adepts in his base, then it could totally work. Now, let's see. It's only 1 gate so far. He is making his 2nd gas. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, I was making both gas at once. Yeah, I actually don't want to do that because I need minerals for the what's it called, for the Nexus, right? So I actually can't. It does look like a 2nd gate on the minimap. Oh yeah, that really sucks. He did go for a 2nd gateway, and that means I'm not quite sure if we can get away with it. Now, the reason why I'm still tempted to do this against a double gate is just because this is the perfect map for it. I'm not quite sure if you guys remember what map this is, but this is the map in which landing the ghost or landing the barracks in your opponent's base to make ghost, it's just perfect for it, because the main is so big they would never see that, right? And that's why I'm still very tempted to do it. Now, I'm trying to be as unsuspicious as possible, so I'm just patrolling his main over and over, and then at some point I'm gonna be dipping and building a Nexus in the corner of his base. Maybe the time has already come, actually. I think maybe the time has already come to do that. Yeah, the problem is that people, they scout for proxy pylons in this matchup, and that's what's so scary. Now, this is a little bit more than a proxy pylon, you could say. But maybe I've distracted my opponent enough. Let me just patrol over here, trying to pretend I'm playing a completely normal game here. I'm just blocking your natural, and that's all I'm doing. Now, he does realize I only have 1 gas, I think. And he's gonna see the lack of Nexus. Guys, I'm so excited, because if he's not gonna look for a proxy pylon, he doesn't have any other reasons at all to even check there, right? Because, you know, what would even be built there? A Stargate? Of course not. I mean, in this case, it's a Nexus. Now, I'm actually very excited for this one. Now, my pro is gonna die. My opponent has a couple Stalkers. This is either scary or really good news, and I say that because he might come across with Stalkers. Stalkers are really good against Adepts, so he might actually straight up send those across, and he would be able to push me back, but then I could actually recall all my stuff into his base, and that's where it gets promising, right? Now, it doesn't seem like we have been spotted yet, which is great. I need one more Chrono Boost. I think I'm gonna go for the Blink follow-up here. So I'll make a Twilight Council and a third Gateway. That's the plan. This Chrono Boost is going to go on this Adept. My Nexus is about to finish. I know it sounds crazy, but I already kind of know my timings with this build, so that's pretty great. Now, should I make a pylon from this? Yeah, I guess I can try to go for batteries. Maybe it's a little bit of a waste of money, though. Let's see. And here we go with the recall. The Adepts are now all going to come in. I did see a decent tip to kind of hold the shades here. This is actually something I heard from you guys, to hold the shade here for a little bit, so he has less time to react. Oh! I can insta-kill that sentry, maybe. He's probably really surprised. He's like, wait, what? How the hell did you guys get in here? But he kept all of his units at home. That is very unfortunate, guys. He did keep all of his units at home. And now all I can try... Oh, I tried to cancel those, actually. But it's not that big of a deal. Maybe we can just go back into the main. Let's see. I do have a pylon over here. Oh, he did block it off this time. So I'll have to cancel these shades. And then I... guess I'll be warping Stalkers in his base. I'm not 100% sure, actually. I wonder if he realized it's a Nexus or if he just thinks it's a freaking... Yeah, exactly. He's probably like, wait, what? What is here exactly? I'll just go for the slow... Oh, wait. No, that really sucks. I could have warped in there. I thought he would have it covered, but he actually didn't have it walled off. That is really unfortunate. All right, well... it is what it is. I'm just going to try to do as much damage here as I can. I'll expand behind it, and I'll try to go for... yeah, probably like some kind of blink timing attack. Oh, this actually sucked because it was so close to working out, I think. I'm gonna be super sneaky here, guys. Let's try. No! What is that timing on the check? That is unbelievable timing by him. Oh, man. I'm really not lucky in this game, guys. That's very unfortunate. Now, what am I gonna do to climb out of this? I honestly don't know. This looks pretty hard. Oh, we are gonna kill a Stalker, actually. He's not paying attention, so we might be able to kill a second one. And there we go. There's the battery overcharge. The Nexus is gonna fall. And I really think we were pretty close to making this work, but in the end, we weren't. Little bit of, yeah, a little bit unlucky. Maybe a little bit of... I want to say indecisiveness, because I wanted to warp in here first, but I thought it wouldn't work. But then he actually didn't have his main walled. My Adepts got in, but then I didn't have the warp in from the main to support. So that is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And now we're going to have to wait for the Nexus to finish. I do have Blink finishing really fast, though. I also thought this pylon was close enough to be a fast warp in, by the way. So that was also a little bit of a misplay by me, but that's all right. Can't win them all. Or, well, maybe we can still win this one, actually. Now, once again, guys, I do play Protoss like a baboon. And I think we're going to be activating that skill very shortly here. Now, in PvP, I think these... Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. There's no way he has Blink, I think. There we go. We're going to catch all of these Stalkers for free. And that is absolutely massive. And now we're going to push forward. I actually wanted to make a third base. But now maybe it's smarter to just go for some kind of an attack here. He is going to have battery overcharge. We need to keep that in mind. But the pylon is very far forward. Do I have enough Stalkers to just... Wait, he's recalling. Okay, there's the battery overcharge popped already. I'm going to shade those into the main base. Now, is he going to have Blink? It does seem like he has Blink. Okay, my Adepts are going to get into the main base, which is fantastic. There we go. I'm getting some really good trades here, actually. Can I might be able to just go for this. If I get really good Blink micro. The Blink micro so far was really good. He's not paying attention here, so I'm getting a lot of free shots. Let's warp a few more Stalkers. Okay, these Adepts are doing so good, actually, and he's losing Stalkers for it at the same time. Absolutely massive plays here. Oh, I didn't have... I was a little bit of ping here, so I couldn't micro it back fast enough, but that's okay. Still doing a lot of damage with these units, and now I think I'm gonna fall back. I'm not quite sure if we actually equalized in economy. But I need to fall back anyway. Mostly because I don't have a reinforcement pylon close. I do want to go for maybe like some more Adepts. I think that could be pretty useful. I'm starting to get very saturated on this mineral line. Let's see, I can send the Adepts on the bottom. And then... Let's see, I got one forge is probably enough. I don't have a robo at all, by the way. If this is DTs, we might cry because I don't have any detection whatsoever. I also never checked for the third base here, so that could be potentially a rough situation to deal with. I'm gonna try to go for another attack. Maybe like try to split up his forces a little bit. I do have a good amount of workers. I'm not sure if I should be making more workers or trying to go for a couple of extra gateways instead. I do really like the Stalker style in general, so I'm just going to make a couple extra gateways. Let's see. Oh, he's actually coming out there for these. He does almost have... Well, I kind of imagine he was going for charge. Oh, he actually split. He was trying to kill the Shades, but then I split up his Stalkers. I'm going to kill that battery instantly. And keep in mind, guys, he doesn't have charge yet on these Zealots, so I can just kite them forever. And there we go. An absolutely impossible situation. Still managed to win it with really good Adept and Blink Stalker usage. Did he? Yeah, he never got Blink. I guess the real benefit of the Proxy Nexus was, first of all, we killed a bunch of probes. It was very hard for him to deal with, but also, he was so distracted that he just never got a Twilight up. Look at the upgrades, guys. My Blink has been finished for a long time, and his first Twilight upgrade is like 20% in. This rush actually worked. I didn't believe it did, but it actually worked. The distraction is so strong. It's so hard to deal with the aggression in the main and the natural at the same time. We can definitely refine it a bit more. This wasn't my best game ever, but once again, a dub is a dub. Let's go to game number 3. And this is a really big promotion here, guys. Check it out. We have been promoted to Masters 1. That means that there's only one division between us and Grandmaster. It's going even faster than I could have imagined, but I'm very happy. Grandmaster, we're coming. All right, the third game is against our first Grandmaster. Look at that shiny border, guys. Oh my goodness. All right. And it is a PvP. Now, I am kind of wondering. The thing is, in PvP so far, I have two main strategies, right? The first one, do I even need to explain it? You guys all know it. I put down a Nexus in their base and I just go for it with my crazy Adept attack. The second one is to take the gold. Now, I don't think this map has any gold bases, so I might just have to go for a similar strategy. I do have to say, guys, if they would just find my Nexus, I think this would be anticlimactic pretty fast. Oh wait, this is actually too early to scout. That would be anticlimactic way too fast, right? Now I do need to keep in mind the scout time is going to be very suspicious if I just send it across. I did build this pylon a little bit close. Not sure if I have the appropriate amount of space. Need to not forget to use my chrono boost. Actually, I wonder if you could be crazy enough to just save every single chrono boost with this build. Because normally I save 2. Typically, you would save 1. I know that because you want to chrono 1 Adept or maybe like Warp Gate or something. Or maybe just your probes again, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But I wonder if you could be crazy enough to just save every single chrono boost. I mean, that would be the most suspicious thing your opponent has ever seen at the same time. So, not quite sure about that one, but you never know. Oh, is this a 1 gate expand, guys? Is it time for the 1 gate? I'm gonna make a pylon. Oh no, first my Cybercore, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna do the same thing, guys. I'm gonna patrol around this base forever. And let's see. I'm kind of scared that he steals my gas. Because what happens if they steal my gas is that it becomes a little bit obvious what I'm doing, right? So I really hope he doesn't steal that. Right now, I'm just trying to make him think that I'm gonna play some kind of a delayed 1 gate expand with 2 gateways, basically. That's what I want him to think. Now, with my next circle, I'm gonna be making the Nexus here. Okay, for a second I was afraid that he was gonna be chasing me around. Let's see. I'll just pop down the Nexus real quick, and then we'll start making some Adepts. Okay, the Nexus is down. He is only playing 1 gate, so I'm not quite sure if he would be able to kill it anyway. Let's see. I'm gonna start making some Adepts. What kind of a wall does he have? He has a... yeah, 1 gate and a Cybercore, and that's basically it. I'm gonna be chrono boosting this one, because I do want to get some damage in, of course. Let's see what's actually going on here. He doesn't have a Stargate yet or anything. I feel like most commonly, they would go for a Stargate, right? Let's see. I'm gonna take the gas now as well. That gas is completely fake, by the way. I don't want this gas at all. So, that gas is basically completely fake. I'm gonna kill the probe now, which is nice. There we go. And then we're slowly gonna be killing the pilot. He's making a battery in the main. Oof. This is something I'm not happy with at all. And I think it's very weird for him to do that at the same time. Mostly because he saw I was on 1... Did he not realize I was on 1 gas, guys? There's no way this is a proxy oracle, right? Did he just wrongly assume that I could be doing a proxy oracle and is now gonna make my build a lot worse because of it? I would not be happy with that. I can tell you guys that much. Now, I do have my Adepts finishing in time, I believe. My Nexus is already done, actually. But at least there's going to be the element of surprise, right? Like, even if he has the battery in the main, he's still not going to be expecting 6 Adepts to finish in his main base. I can tell you guys that. Now, let's see. I'm going to start making a probe here. And then I'll recall all the adepts. There we go. This is going to be absolutely massive. And now, I suppose that we will just wait for Stalkers. And now the attack begins. He does have one Stalker in his base, funnily enough. Here we go. Got a lot of adepts in his base, actually. I'm just in the shade. Maybe I need to follow the probes. I really just want to kill probes only. That's the only thing I care about here. There we go. And he's so surprised. He probably walled off his base fully. And now he's just stuck getting everything obliterated by a bunch of adepts. Now I'm going to start a bunch of batteries here. My warp gate is going to finish pretty soon. He's not mining it all right now. I can also just attack a bunch of these Stalkers, I think. Let's see. I'm going to start... Oh, it's slow warping again. God, I'm really bad with these freaking pylon ranges, huh? Wait, where... Oh, here's the probe. Okay, I started the one there. Yeah, I'll just make the pylon, like, right next to the Nexus, I suppose. Yeah, he hasn't been mining all this time. And now I'm going to have batteries up in his main. He also has a battery. But keep in mind, guys, I can also overcharge myself. Like, normally he has a defender's advantage where he can overcharge, but I can also overcharge myself. He's probably like, wait, how did everything here get into my base? He must be kind of watching this replay like, what the hell just happened here? This is insane. Or maybe we can kill a Stalker. There we go. We actually targeted the Stalker perfectly. Might be able to get another one. Oh my god, we are out microing so hard right now. And guys, we have beat a freaking Grandmaster Protoss with our insane strategy. And even if you look at the follow-up, guys, we already had Blink on the way. He had a robo, but Blink with 3 gates is going to be way stronger. We had 2 batteries. The next time I'll probe us, guys, I'll make the pilot next to the freaking Nexus. But this strategy is beautiful. We beat a Grandmaster readout. Is our strategy actually good? I don't know. But against 1 gate expand on this specific map with all this darkness in the main, it might be a good strategy. Go out and try it. Let me know what you guys find. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all for the next one. Adios.